I'm nervous about this. I know I'm a piece of shit. Last days of 22, I was going to do videos all around, and then shit got in the way. But today, I'm going to do a video. Yay. As you probably know, I kind of want to be a screenwriter, and I found that I'm a big fan of this guy, Max Landis. He wrote Chronicle and a bunch of other movies that are going to be coming out this year, and he has a YouTube channel. And I found out about this kind of exercise from him called flipping the pitch. Whole premise of flipping the pitch is you take a movie or an existing story and you flip it, so you turn the good guys into the bad guys into the good guys, and you kind of build a story around them, and it becomes an entirely new thing. And so I started practicing that, and I came up with some cool ideas. I flip pictures of like Glenn Gay, Glenn Ross, and Die Hard, and I'm actually like the Die Hard one I do actually want to turn into a screenplay, and it'll basically become like a serial killer heist movie, pretty much. But this is what I'm going to do for you, because it was the first one I came up with, and I think it was pretty cool. I'm not going to tell you what movie it is I'm flipping. I'm going to see if you can guess what it is, just from the way I describe it. I don't know how obvious it is. It's like a movie that came out in the 90s, and it's pretty well known for 90s kids like myself. So here we go. Okay, so it's 1869. And we're with this guy. His name is Samuel Van Pelt, and Samuel Van Pelt is a soldier as part of the British Empire. He fought in the Battle of Magdala and was with a bunch of people who helped take down the Ethiopian Empire for the British Empire. And during that great victory, he's now just kind of settled there. But while he was in battle, he left his wife and son at the comforts of home in Britain, but the wife unfortunately died, and so he made a plea. Because everything has come down now around Ethiopia. It wasn't called Ethiopia back then, I forgot what it was called. But just thought, bring us something here. We'll come and live in the jungles of Eastern Africa. It'll be fine. So Sam Van Pelt brings his son Alan down to Ethiopia. Yeah, and they kind of live, they live amongst the tribes. They kind of civilized. I say civilized, let's face it, it was a bloody, British Empire was a bunch of bastards, bloody history, but for now let's keep this light. And they live in the huts. They go game hunting for animals, do some safari, cool shit. One night they kind of hung around in their huts and their camps in their little kind of settlement, and then one night the entire settlement is attacked. Literally, huts are engulfed in flames, blood, there's bodies everywhere, something is attacked. And Van Pelt actually gets a look and see what it is, and it's almost like this fucking wild man. It's not an animal, not quite human, but it almost looks like a kid. But this kid is fucking shit up. He's slaughtering all these guys, like just taking down the huts. And this kid murders Van Pelt's son Alan. Like, Van Pelt witnesses this. He's in the hut, like this thing is standing over his son's dead body, and then just runs off into the night, into the jungle. And Van Pelt notices that he has used this killer has used his son Alan's blood to write on the wall, and the writing, it says, "This world is not real." Creepy shit. So years later, Van Pelt has made it his mission to basically hunt down the thing, this weird man animal that has killed his son. He's tried to track him down. It's taken him years. It's taken him almost like about 10-15 years. But finally he catches a break, and he finds in the jungles of Ethiopia where this thing has been living. And he sees it's like this makeshift tree house kind of thing. He's made out of like dead animal skin and all wooden and stuff. He's kind of like a little settlement. And in this little old treehouse, he finds this weird glowing orange orb thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird glowing orb. And he also finds what looks to be like a little journal, but made out of tree bark. And he reads the writing, and it's legible. It's like, how could a fucking man animal write this good? This guy must have had an education, whatever this thing is. And it kind of shows his kind of psychological where this thing is at. It starts off with saying basically I'm trapped. How did I get here? I don't belong on here. And then it gets to the very last page, and the last page details how this thing thinks that the world he claims to be from is the not real world. Sorry, I'm very bad at vocabularies. And the jungle world is real. And so he details, like, it's almost like a manifesto, how he details he wants to go back to this world that he came from to destroy it. And Van Pelt is like freaked out by this. He's like, what the fuck is this thing? He also finds, like, whatever this thing's belonging, but he finds something that really kind of weirds him out. It's basically a shoe, But the shoe is like not unlike any shoe he's ever seen. It's black. It has white laces. I mean, to the audience, we could recognize it as a Converse shoe. And then he looks at the shoe. It's like got the Converse logo, and it's dated 1969. This freaks him out. But then he gets to the orb, and he looks at the orb, and the orb started glowing. And he's like, "What the hell?" And all of a sudden, the orb almost sucks him in to this orb, and then Van Pelt awakens. And we see it as like this suburban town, and it's like the mid-90s in America. Can you guess what it is yet? Yeah, it's basically Jumanji, and the way it would go is that the man beast was like Robin Williams in the film, but he's a fucking psycho now. He's got like PTSD. He's just because of his experiences in the jungle, but he's now he basically, you make him the villain, and he basically kidnaps a family and also has unleashed all the wildlife from Jumanji into the world. And so Van Pelt has to be the hero. He has to save this family from this fucking psycho man animal that Alan has become, in order to, and also stop all the animals from causing mass devastation to civilization. So that's kind of like me flipping the pitch. You can do it with anything. You can do it. Just think of a film like and flip the pitch, where you make the good guys the bad guys. It's a good way to generate stories. So again, thank you, Max Landis, for showing me that. You're someone I greatly admire. Not that I'd ever show that to you. And oh fuck, what are you still doing here? Why do you do this to yourself? You're not Max Landis. You're not going to be as good as him. You know that whole thing where if you do something for 10,000 hours, you'll eventually get good at it? You could work for 100,000 hours and you're still never going to be good at it. You're not going to be a great screenwriter, so you might as well give up and drown yourself in a river or something. Don't you have anything better to do? No. This is me, just telling you that you're full of shit and you suck. See ya. So that was flipping the pitch. I'll see you later.